Good morning, everybody. It is Friday morning, November 19th. So I'm going to ask you guys to help me figure something out because I don't understand this term or terminology or phrase. It does not make sense to me, but it's something that some of the spiritual community uses. So maybe one of you guys will know what it means and can help me use it, like understand it, and how maybe I do use it. I just don't use that wording. I have heard several people use the terminology 0 point, trying to get to the 0 point. I don't understand what the zero point is. I mean, I do use numbers for various things. Yesterday somebody came into the office, she had a headache, and I made her sit down in my chair and I rubbed her temples and her head, and I asked her, on a scale of 1 to 10, when it started, where were you at? She said a 7. After I got done, on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you at? She said a 2. So that moved down, and going to a 0 point of a headache, I can understand. But that's not a spiritual meaning for that. Also, if you're depressed, you're wanting to bring your frequency up. So being at 0 to me would mean that you're like really super depressed and you want to bring it up higher to like whatever, 7, 8, 9. I don't know that you want to be bouncing off the walls all the time, but I'm just trying to figure out what that 0 point phrase means. And if any of you know and can help me out, I would appreciate it. The other thing I wanted to talk about was, if you remember the video that I talked about, I said, go watch this video and forget what they are saying, but tell me how you feel when you watch it. She did one a couple of days ago, and basically that guy is out of the picture. Again, my BS detector was going off very, very strongly, and apparently hers really was too. But she was trying to get some answers to some questions that she had, and the only way she was going to be able to do was like be in person with him, because he had a way of like not being able to answer the truth when it was just by email or whatever. So whatever the case, those who said that their BS detector was going off, we were right. We had a reason to feel that energy. Also, yesterday I had one of the girls that I work with, her nephew, she brought her nephew in at the very end of the day, probably 12 to 14, I'm guessing, non-verbal. Beautiful, beautiful soul. I felt he wasn't really smiling or anything, but it was just like that blank. I mean, some of you have been around the nonverbal, and I just wanted to hug him so bad, because I felt like I would gain some sort of energy from him. Like he was like this little battery pack of energy that has not been tainted. So I'm curious what you guys feel about those souls that are on the earth right now that are nonverbal. What do you think their purpose is? Where do you think they're coming from? What is your opinion about that? I'm just curious. I mean, there is no wrong or right answer to anything that I'm asking today. I'm looking for opinions. I'm looking for ways to understand certain things. And there was one other thing I thought I was going to talk about. Talked about that. Maybe not. I guess that's it. Next week, once I get my truck back and I get that stress off of me, I will we'll dig into the bag and what's in the bag some more, because I'm curious to hear, once people have watched that video about the bag and holding the bag, and whether you've opened it or not opened it yet, I'm curious to see what people think is in the bag. If they've opened it, what do they think that's in there? So anyway, I will see you guys later. Have a great weekend, and we'll chat soon. And please respond. I am really wondering what 0 point energy is supposed to mean. Again, doesn't make sense to me. And I'm curious what your feeling is about the non-verbal souls that are down here right now. Anyway, catch you later. Bye.